That installation begins up here under the Manage tab, where we'll go through adding the role and features. Now, I know in previous modules I've kind of skipped over this wizard because in a lot of cases the installation here is not all that exciting. But here for remote access, what I mainly want to show you is that once you go about configuring the remote access role, there are going to be up to 3 different role services that you may need to also install. Those 3 different role services are one for direct access and VPN, a second for routing, and a third for the web application proxy. Now these 3, we're going to be using all 3 of these in the environment that we're configuring. So let me go ahead and just select all of these. In a production world, you probably wouldn't necessarily configure them all on the same server. Your web application proxy, for example, assumes that it's sitting out on the extranet. Your router may or may not be on the extranet. It could be an internal net router. Your direct access router, as we'll talk about in our next module, can either be out on the edge or it can be inside. And your VPN server generally is on the outside. So although we're doing a couple of different configurations here just to keep things simple, recognize that based off of how you want to configure this server, you'll probably install just one of these as opposed to all 3 in a production sense. I'll choose next here to go through the installation and install all the prerequisite roles and role services as well, and then accelerate things all the way through to the very end so that you don't actually have to watch these roles and role services get installed.